Thank you for joining us. Today, we will be providing an in-depth look into IBM Cloud's network topology. We do recommend that if you haven't already, to watch both the account activation and inviting and managing users videos prior to this one, as we will be referring to various aspects of those videos throughout this one. As you can see, our network consists of over 30 data centers and points of presence, or POPs, across the globe. This will help you expand your global footprint as well as minimize latency for your end users. Here's a zoomed-in look at one of our data centers with an example scenario of various server setups within a pod. As you can see from the following chart, the IBM Cloud network is comprised of 3 subnetworks, those being the public, private, and management. Each of these networks has their own specific use cases as well as distinctive attributes. For example, the public network is accessed via the public internet and therefore is typically accessed by end-user consumers. The public network offers port speeds up to 10 gigabytes per second to ensure maximum speeds possible for your production-level workloads. At IBM Cloud, this redundant public network has unmetered inbound bandwidth, but metered outbound bandwidth, with an included allocation of 500 gigabytes for bare metal servers and 250 gigabytes for virtual servers. An important note for the metered outbound bandwidth: if you do have multiple servers and one server is using more bandwidth than another, which is putting you at risk of going over the allocated amount, you can enable bandwidth pooling for an added fee to pool the resources of servers with unused bandwidth to more active machines. The second network that comprises the IBM Cloud network is the private network. This redundant network solely exists at IBM Cloud, and like the public network, it offers port speeds of up to 10 gigabytes per second for production-level workloads. However, the private network offers unmetered inbound and outbound bandwidth. This means that your servers can communicate free of charge over this network. For example, if you had a web server that needed to communicate with a database server, you would have them do so over this network, all at no cost. It is important to note that this network is accessed via VPN via SSL connection. A link to the IBM Cloud VPN SSL page can be found within the portal under the Support tab on the infrastructure side of the portal, labeled SSL VPN Login. From this page, you see a variety of cities that various POPs are located in. It is important for latency purposes to select the city that is closest to you, and in some cases, such as Dallas, selecting the highest numbered POP. For example, if I were located in Dallas, I would select Dallas 10 USA. It is important to select the POP closest to your location and not your server's location. As mentioned previously, the private network is mainly used for the secure communication between servers. If you want to create segmented environments within your overall infrastructure, it may behoove you to provision various parts of your environment on existing VLANs, which can be done via the ordering page. If, however, you have already provisioned servers, and because you cannot change VLANs after the provisioning process, you may want to think about enabling VLAN spanning. Customers usually leverage this feature to allow segmented environments on their account to communicate with one another via private network. For example, if you had a group of servers on multiple VLANs and needed all of those servers to communicate, you could turn on VLAN spanning. It is important to note that this is an all or nothing feature. It is worth mentioning that if you have a Windows OS server, then you will need to utilize Windows Remote Desktop Protocol, or RDP, to access your server via the public and private networks. For Linux-based OSs, you will need to utilize a PuTTY to access your server via the aforementioned networks. Lastly, our management network. This network is available to our customers in case of the rare occurrence that you cannot access your server via the public or private networks. Although this network offers unmetered inbound and outbound bandwidth, it is not for production workloads and only offers port speeds of less than 1 gigabytes per second, which is shared by all customers on the platform. This network can be accessed via KVM over IP. Please note, a VPN connection and Java are required to access this network. You can find and navigate to the KVM console from the device details page on the Action tab on the upper right-hand corner. Thank you for joining us today for the high-level overview of our network topology. We hope that this was informative and helpful to you.